Gang, so I've got a few things that I need to get planted. I'm going to focus on my citrus, and I just wanted to show you guys how to plant a citrus, at least how I plant them anyways. I actually just put out a how to plant a citrus video last weekend, but I did not like how it came out, so I'm gonna go ahead and redo it. I've got this cleaned out, pushed that over there in a pile with the tractor earlier today, and got that kind of burning and doing what it's supposed to do. I planted quite a few other citrus since that other video, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to plant this gorgeous looking satsuma. What variety is this? This is a frost ori satsuma. Now essentially what you want to do is you want to plant it in a well-drained soil. So this is well-drained soil. It's just rained here recently, about 2 days ago, and you can see how that it's not soupy, sucky, yucky soil. It's good. When you squeeze it together, it'll clump together, but it breaks apart easily. That right there is phenomenal. It's what I have no problems planting any tree in. Now, what I'm also doing is throwing in a little bit of organic material. You know, any kind of, bagged stuff, potting soil. This is actually a flowering and vegetable garden soil. You know, it's got a little bit of fertilizer in it, but essentially it's what you're supposed to put in your soil for growing vegetables and such. Adds a little bit of organic material to it. Now, what I'm doing here is just mixing it up with the local soil, and what you want to kind of encourage your roots to do is grow outwards. With citrus, they're not going to so much grow down as grow out. And they'll, being on this hill, it's going to be well drained. You're not going to ever have to where this is sitting in soaking water. So I'm going to all drain down that way. As you see, it's got a pretty significant slope here. You're also sheltered from the wind. So as the wind blows through, it's going to have a little bit nicer climate in here. Now, because it's got a creek here, it's going to always be bringing in a certain amount of warmth, and hot air rises, right? So all this creek is going to keep it warm. It's going to flow up here. It's going to keep my trees warm. The rain is going to come from up there, work its way down through the root system and down into this creek through the soil. This is all good organic material in here. Cut down a bunch of bushes and just nasty, thorny, lovely things. If I'm not mistaken, an earlier video when I was in here with my brother and showing you guys some lighter knot, this was that area. So you could see how crazy built up it was at that stage. But this right here is that stump that I was getting that fat lighter chunk out of. So totally different over the last few years. It's taken some time, but it's coming along. Shiloh, you're looking good up there. You also want to point the trees towards where the sun's going to be. So the sun is going to always be coming from this way to here on this particular spot. So I've actually got the trees all pointing that way. This one's got a little unhappy leaves. Might be because it got too cold for it. But this has already survived one winter here, so it should do well. This one here is still pretty vulnerable. It's a car orange. I'm actually going to put the screens that I have over this one in particular. But this one has got the best shelter. It's got the highest part of the hill to keep it from getting blown on. You getting startled, girl? Huh? This is Shiloh. She's my good girl. Yeah, look, she helps till the soil too. Some folks would get all upset. Oh no, look, she's messing it up. But I mean, it's really not going to harm anything. The little bit of stuff she gets way over there will kind of be out of there, but she's honestly helping it out. She's tilling it up, making it that much better. And I like letting a dog dig holes because then she's working on her paws and wearing her nails down. Over the course of a dog's life, you know, you see it growing its nails long, and more often than not we clip them. But if we let them do dog things, we don't have to do that as much. Are you all good? Oh, no. Hey, that's good. Good job. Yeah, you helped it out. You did a good job. She loves to dig, doesn't she? Yeah. All right, get out of there. Come on. We're trying to make a video. Yeah. I'm glad that you did that, though. That's pretty fun. Hey. Come on. Out of there. But that is some well-tilled soil. What that'll do is encourage the roots to grow outward, just like a citrus needs to. What I'm going to do is kind of dig a little bit of a hole in here. That way I can put my pot in. So when you guys get these from the store, they're going to usually be compacted. So what you want to do is kind of push down on the base of this. What that's going to do is release all of the roots. You also want to be mindful of anything like this. Be careful when you're taking this out. You don't want to damage that. So what I'm going to do is give this a gentle tug, and I'm going to help feed that root through. Feed it through, give it another little wiggle. There we go. Now you ideally do not want to support the tree through the base here. I'm going to take this off and trim any BS. It looks like I've got a little sucker off of here. But what you want to do is put this guy in your hole. And once again, we're going to point this to where it's facing the sun. I think that's actually about where we want it, in all honesty. I think that it'll be happy there. And what I need to do, y'all, is remove this. Okay, that was just the root. So I actually am going to want to go a little bit deeper with this because the root system is up here. And we'll just push this out of the way a little bit. Put the tag back on so we know what variety that is. So the reason why I'm going deeper with this actually has an amazing root structure already. And you can see where the graft is at. Hopefully I'm getting this. But your graft from this point up is your actual variety that you want. This all here is your rootstock. And you've got some extra roots coming out. This right here can be planted all the way to this stage. And you still have your rootstock above, and that's ideally what you want. That way it doesn't start shooting off any sides. And there isn't any wanting to come off. Any that will come, I'll just kind of plick them down. But yeah, you want to put this in here. I'm going to put some extra soil up on this bad boy. About to that stage there. So now that we know what we're looking at, just put our soil back in here. What you're going to want to do is make sure you got this good and compacted, because if you've got any air in there, it will actually rot your roots, and that's not healthy for the plant. So make sure we pack that in real good. And what I'm going to do is take my leaf litter and mulch material. I'm going to put that around my tree. Oh, you got your stick? All right. Hold on, I got to throw a stick for a minute. Ooh. She had to bring the biggest fucking stick there's out there. Yeah, you got a big old stick, didn't you? That means you'll be able to bring up some ducks. All right, put that over there. So what this is doing is just putting the mulch layer around the base, and also kind of anything close by that would otherwise compete with the nutrients that you otherwise want to go to your citrus. You're making them very unhappy. All right. So there you go, y'all. The one that I like using, you guys, is this Stagreen. It's what, 2 cubic feet for like $6-7. Usually it'll do about 5 of these plants. 2 bags for 10. So you guys see what I've got going on. Citrus sloping down. Sun comes from the east to the west. During the winter time, you're actually gonna have fruits on here, say at this stage, from years to come. So you ideally want the sunlight coming in here, but you're also, in the summertime, the sun starts coming this way. So at about 2-3 o'clock or so, it'll be behind these trees, and it'll protect these young citrus from getting hammered by the sun. A lot of people will put this, like, you know, white sunscreen on their citrus for the first few years in order to keep them from getting sunburn. No joke. It's legit stuff, you know. But they're in the shade actually at the exact moment that they're going to need protection from the summer sun. Otherwise, you've got really nice sun through here all throughout the year. You're going to have your nice winter early morning in the summertime to about 2-3 o'clock or so. It's going to be hit in the shade. You'll still get some sun in here, but it's not going to hammer it down. And as the sun goes down over that way, it'll also come through the lower canopy and hit these trees again. So they're going to be getting all the sun they need in this spot. They're well protected from the wind. You're in well-drained soil. You're in fresh virgin soil too. This has all just been cleared, so all the microorganisms, all of the great things that you find in the floor is there. It's going to all be there in order to help these trees grow, get their roots to spread out and be big and strong. You've got a lot of bushes and trees that I cleared out of here. So there's a lot of old roots that are going to be kind of decaying over the years, and also keeping the soil aerated, keeping the microorganisms well fed. But yeah, you guys, I appreciate you watching. I'm a little bit happier with this video. I didn't stumble over my words quite as much. The other one, it was morning time, and I still guess I wasn't fucking fully awake and drank enough coffee or whatever, but here you go. I'm gonna finish putting these other two in the ground, and then we're gonna be all set. This project is gonna be done. I'm gonna take a trip to California for Christmas, so this place is all set. I'm happy with where we're at. I'm happy with what's been accomplished recently. For anybody that wants to sign off, go ahead, but I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what, you know, has taken place. All this has been cleared recently. I had my critters in here, but stuff kept getting into it. So I'm under the impression once I clear this out and make it more like people live here instead of it being thick shit. Oh, I'm seeing lights through the woods over here. I guess that's one thing about cleaning this place out, is I can see lights. Oh, that's a vehicle. My neighbor's vehicle. Well, we got several trees planted already through here. On the other side of here is the bananas, which are looking unhappy now. They're nothing to be seen because it's gotten cold enough. But you've got Shiloh running around acting like a dog. Yeah. We got muscadimes all along this side. I'm gonna do that all the way around this. I'm gonna finish building it up like I have it here. Can double the size of the critter pen doing it that way. Gonna plant few more varieties of muscadines around on that side. Through here I've got several varieties of persimmons and some pawpaws and the Nanking bush cherry right here. Several varieties of pomegranate, and I've even got a lot of the comfrey. Comfrey is something you'd really like to have growing next to every one of your trees. It is an amazing plant. Look that up, you guys. But several figs, black locust. Something that a lot of you guys haven't seen yet is these blueberries. So my friend, he had these blueberries he wanted to get rid of, and they were just out of this world amazing, right? So this is like one cluster. Now they were all clumped together, and I kind of spread them out. That way they'll be lots happier. But, you know, it's amazing, dude. Look at this clump. I mean, I'm almost 6 foot, just under. I'm reaching, you know, probably easy 7.5 feet. This is a good 10, 12 foot tall fucking blueberry bush, yo. Amazing. I've got several of these that are just a little bit taller than me. But yeah, these are probably 20, 30 plus year old blueberry bushes. There are several younger ones that have sprung off of these, but I've got several that are 20, 30 plus year old. And I went ahead and planted them all along in this area in here because I thought they would be the most happy. Several of them. Got my pear tree in here, my fig tree. I got one that the neighbor gave me. I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not. It looks like it's pretty unhappy. But I'm going to show you guys my favorite blueberry bush that I got from my buddy. This right here is one amazing blueberry bush. So I actually put that on the very front end of it. That's where I'm going to end up building eventually. So this will be the first blueberry bush that I come upon and see. And I mean, it is a great bush. This thing right here is something special. So sorry if I went a little extra for you guys. Hopefully it's something that you wanted to check out. But it's getting dark time, so I'm gonna go ahead and walk back, check on my smoked goods, and go ahead and poke at the fire. Couple other plants that I have left to plant. You know, I got the camellias, got some tea plants, got a hawthorn, got another native azalea, a few honeyberry plants, a couple of cedar trees, and I'm actually going to do a how-to plant, a blueberry bush probably tomorrow before I head back home. I left these ones unplanted just so I can show you guys. Really the main thing is peat moss, and watch out for that. That video will come along. We'll go ahead and sign off, you guys. Here is the campsite. I'm gonna go ahead and relax a little bit.